Hello friends, we will continue with our next questions with respect to quadratic equations. Last time we did 5 questions and then move on to question number 6. It's the same exercise that we are doing and we'll be doing by formula method. Just to give you a recap, x equals to minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac upon 2a. This is how, by applying the formula, we will be able to find out the roots of the quadratic equation. Let us take the next question. Next question is question number 6. 2x square plus 7x plus 5 equals to 0. Make sure that this is in the standard form. Of course, this is given to us in the standard form. Compare it to the standard form. Ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Can you find the respective values of a, b and c? Of course, value of a would be 2, b would be 7, c would be 5. Alright, so as we have the values of a, b and c, we will be trying to find the value of d, that is discriminant. D equals to b square minus 4ac. Let us substitute the values. 7 square minus 4, a that is 2, c that is 5, 49 minus 20, that makes up 9. So we are ready with the value of d, that is discriminant, which is 9. Move forward to find out the roots of the quadratic equation by formula method. This is the given formula. Let us substitute the values. Minus b 7 plus or minus b square minus 4ac, that is 9 upon 2 into a. What is the value of a? 2. Substitute 2. Minus 7 plus or minus square root of 9, that is 3 upon 4. Therefore, x would be minus 7 plus 3 upon 4 or minus 7 minus 3 upon 4. That is minus 7 plus 3 would give me minus 4 upon 4. That means value of x equals to minus 1 or minus 10 upon 4. That means minus 5 upon 2. Which can be converted into integer and fraction. That would mean 2, 1 upon 2. So, value of x is minus 1 or x equals to minus 2 half, 2.5. So friends, I am sure this way, in case if you adopt this easy method and discipline yourself, you will be able to find out the value of quadratic equation, that is the roots of the quadratic equation, in a very simple manner. Moving ahead from here on, there are chances that we may get a question which is slightly different than the one that we have done just now. For example, if I ever get a fraction 2 upon 3 x square minus 7 upon 4 x plus 5 equals to 0. Now this quadratic equation has an element of fraction. Whenever we come across any quadratic equation which has got an element of fraction, the first criteria is to ensure that you convert the given equation in a horizontal form which is free from fraction. How do I go about it? There are only 2 ways by which you can do it. First is take the LCM, and second is you have to cross multiply. In this example, we will take the LCM. How do we take the LCM? Have a look over here. First of all, write this appropriately. This can be written as 2x square whole upon 3 minus 7x the whole upon 4 plus 5 equals to 0. What will be the LCM of 3 and 4? LCM of 3 and 4 would be 12. So, you can write over here, 3 4s are 12, 4 3s are 12, 5 into 12, so basically LCM would be 12. For 8x square, minus 21x plus 60 the whole upon 12 equals to 0. Next step, 8x square minus 21x plus 60 equals to 12 into 0, that is 0. So, if you have a look at this equation, my equation which contained fraction earlier is now free from any fraction. Now this equation will be given the same treatment as all the other equations that we have solved in the past. Bring it into the standard form. Of course, this is in the standard form. Find the values of A, B and C. Of course, I will find the value of A, B and C over here. Value of A would be 8, value of B would be minus 21, value of C would be 60. Third step, find the discriminant, which is B square minus 4AC. As we have the values of A, B and C, we can easily find out the values of B square minus 4AC. That would be my discriminant. And after getting the necessary values, I am going to substitute the values of minus B and the discriminant in this formula to arrive at the roots of the quadratic equation. Let us take one question from the textbook, question number 7 from the same exercise, and let's see what are the results when we try and operate on that equation. So the equation is 2 upon 3x, which is equals to minus 1 upon 6 x squared minus 1 upon 3. Since the given equation is in fraction and the idea is to eliminate the fraction, we can do so by bringing all the things on one side. As I told you, standard form. So we can try and do so. Minus 1 upon 6 x square can be brought on this side, so it will become 1 upon 6 x square. This is 2 upon 3 x. Minus 1 upon 3, if comes on this side, it will be 1 upon 3 equals to 0. It becomes very easy for us to arrange this. First, please arrange it in a proper form. X square upon 6 plus 2x upon 3 plus 1 upon 3 equals to 0. Now we can suitably take the LCM. LCM of 6 and 3 would be 6. 6 1s are 3 2s are 6, 3 2s are 6. Take the LCM. 1 into x square plus 2x into 2, 4x plus 1 into 2, 2 equals to 0. Ask yourself, is it the quadratic equation in the standard form? Is it free from fraction? Yes, sir. This is a quadratic equation which is absolutely free from fraction. Is it in the standard form? Yes, sir. This is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. I think once you have done this, you are exactly on the right path to find out the value of a, b and c respectively. Compare it to ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Therefore, value of a would be 1, value of b would be 4, value of c would be 2. Since I have the values of a, b and c, we can find the value of discriminant. The value of discriminant is nothing but b square minus 4ac. What is the value of b? 4. 4 square minus 4 into a. Value of a is 1. What about the value of c? 2. 16 minus 4 2s are 8. Finally, the value of d is 8. Since I have the values of a, I have the value of b, I have the value of c, I also have the value of discriminant d. By using the formula, I will be able to find out the value of x, that is the root of the quadratic equation. Let us substitute the values. Minus b, so minus 4, plus or minus b square minus 4ac, that is 8. The whole upon 2 multiplied by value of a, which is 1. Minus 4, plus or minus, as discussed earlier. 8 is not a perfect square number. So I will not be able to find out the square root of 8 as simple as what it was in the case of 64 or probably 81 or maybe 100 or 144. We have to find out the square root of 8 by adopting the following technique. 8 can be split into 4 2s are whole upon 2. Minus 4 plus or minus. What is the square root of 4? 2. So 2 comes out. What remains inside is this 2. Square root of 4 is 2. So it will come out because we can find the square root of 4. 2 will remain as it is. The whole upon 2. What is common? Sir, 2 is common. So if you take 2 common, what remains inside is minus 2. 2 into minus 2 is minus 4. Plus or minus as it is. This 2 has come out. This 2 has come out. So what remains over here? Root 2. The whole upon 2. 2 will get cancelled. What remains is the value of x, which is minus 2 plus oblique minus root 2. Therefore, value of x is minus 2 plus root 2 or minus 2 minus root 2. These are the possible values of x. You can call it the roots of the quadratic equation. I'm sure by now you guys must have developed the mastery in finding out the roots of the quadratic equation by formula method. How many are number of questions that you practice? How many are number of questions that you do? More importantly, if you discipline yourself and if you follow the same advice what has been given to you, I am very sure you will be able to find out solution to most of the questions. Let us take one more question which includes fraction and understand how to convert a given quadratic equation with fraction into a quadratic equation which is free from fraction. So my next question is question number 8. Again from the textbook, same exercise. 1 upon 15 x square plus 5 upon 3 equals to 2 upon 3x. So, my dear friends, if you have a look at it first, as I told you, arrange the question in the appropriate form. X square upon 15 plus 5 upon 3 equals to 2x upon 3. Bring everything on one side. So, x square upon 15 plus 5 upon 3 minus 2x upon 3 equals to 0. Tell me what would be the LCM of 15 and 3. The LCM of 15 and 3 would be 15. 15 ones are 15, 5s are 3 5s are 15, again 3 5s are 15. So the LCM is 15, which is appropriately adjusted. Next, x square into 1, x square. 5 into 5, 25. 2x into 5, 10x. The whole upon 15 equals to 0. So now, x square minus 10x plus 25 equals to 15 into 0, that is 0. Can I say this equation is free from fraction? Yes, it is free from fraction. Is it in the standard form? Yes, sir. It is absolutely in the standard form. Ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So I am very sure. Will you be able to find out the values of a, b and c? Yes, sir. Very simple. How? If you compare it to ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. What is the value of a? 1. Value of b? Make sure that value of b is minus 10. Value of c? 25. We have the values of a, b and c. Next step, find the discriminant. What is the value of discriminant? B square minus 4 AC. What is the value of b? Minus 10 square minus 4. Value of a? 1. Value of c? 25. This is 100. 4 into 25. 100. The value of discriminant is 0. You know friends, one observation I will tell you. Whenever the value of discriminant is 0, please make sure that you will get equal roots. That means the value of x or the value of root is going to be the same. You're not going to get two values of x. How we got in the previous case, x is this or x is this. Whenever you get the value of d, discriminant b square minus 4ac equals to 0, that means the value of x will be one single value. But I don't have to make any effort to remember this. In your automatic provisioning of applying the formulas, you will automatically get the value of x as one single number, which indicates the nature of roots which are equal. So let us substitute the values of a, b and c in the given formula to arrive at the value of x. Minus b, minus 10 plus or minus square root of 0 the whole upon 2 into a. Value of a is 1. Minus plus, that means 10. 10 plus or minus 0 will remain 10. 10 upon 2, 5. Therefore, x equals to 5. Hope you remember I told you, whenever the value of discriminant will be 0, you will get only one single value of x. If you substitute this x, the value of 5 in this equation or this equation, you will surely get your answer, which will be absolutely correct. So friends, I hope so far so good. And let us take now little more difficult questions, which seem to be difficult, but they will be as easy as what we have done so far. Let's move on to question number 9. Question number 9, same exercise. X square minus 6 equals to 2 root 2x. Look at the equation and tell me, is it in its standard form? The answer is no. First thing is convert the equation in the standard form. This equation is free from fractions, so I need not look into account with respect to its LCM. It's in horizontal form. Convert the given equation in its standard form. So x square minus 2 root 2x minus 6 will be 0. It's in the pattern. You can see the sequence x square, then x, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So now it is in its standard form. What is the standard form of the equation? Ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Compare the equation. Value of a would be 1. Value of b would be minus 2 root 2. Value of c would be minus 6. Of course, I can understand your concern with respect to root. But trust me, solving or dealing with root is not be difficult. I'll explain to you. Root 2 into root 2 is going to be 2. Root 3 into root 3 would be 3. Root 4 into root 4. Of course, this is 4, but you can see this way also. Root 2 square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 4 is 2. 2 2s are 4. This is exactly how we get it. Now supposing if you have 3 into root 2, what will be your calculation? Same like 3 into a. What is the value of 3 into a? 3a. 3 into b? 3b. So 3 into root 2? 3 root 2. 3 into root 5? 3 root 5. 3 into root 7? 3 root 7. 3 into root 4. I am sorry to say this. It will not be 3 root 4, but it would be 3 into, because 4 being a perfect square, 2, that would be 6. So you need to be a little cautious with respect to this. The rest all is very, very simple. On the same analogy, if you follow, you will be able to find out the value of all the roots of the given quadratic equation. More importantly, root 2 square is nothing but root 2 into root 2, which means 2. Root 3 square is nothing but root 3 into root 3. So you can directly write the value of root 3 into root 3 as 3. This is what exactly we are going to follow. Alright. So moving from here on, compare the equation with standard form. We derive the value of a, value of b and value of c. Find the value of discriminant, which is nothing but b square minus 4ac. What is the value of b square? Minus 2 root 2 the whole square. Minus 4. What is the value of a? 1. C minus 6. Don't worry. Trust me, don't worry. It is very, very simple. I'll explain to you. Have a look over here. Minus 3 square. Answer is 9. Minus 3 into minus 3. Supposing if I have minus 3x square. My answer is minus 3 square is 9. X square is x square. 4a the whole square. 4 16. A square. Minus 5 root 2 the whole square. Minus 5. What is the square of minus 5? 25. What is the square of root 2? 2. Answer is 50. Exactly, this is what we are going to adopt. Normal operation of plus, minus, multiplication and division. This is an operation of multiplication. So over here, minus 2 square is 4, root 2 square is 2, minus. Now this is minus, this is minus. Minus minus makes it plus. 4 into 6, 24. Follow the mod mass principle. 4 2s are 8. 8 plus 24, 32. So value of discriminant is nothing but 32. This all tips are small things. In case if our mathematics is perfect, I don't think so you'll have any problem. Even if it is not perfect, by adopting this analogy, you will by now be able to understand the fundamentals of multiplication as well as taking the square of a number, even though they have a root sign contained in it. Alright, now since we have all the values of A, B, C and D, we can simply put the values in the given formula. So by formula method, alright, formula is x equals to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So minus b, what is the value of b over here? Yeah, minus 2 root 2 plus or minus b square minus 4ac 32 the whole upon 2 multiplied by a, which is 1. Minus minus makes it plus 2 root 2 plus or minus root 32 the whole upon 2. As I told you earlier, in case if this number is not a perfect square, then we have to solve it by prime factorization method. 2, 16, 2, 8, 2, 4, 2, 2, 2. So 32 can be written as 2 square into 2 square into 2. Therefore, square root of 32 can be written as square root of 2 square into 2. This 2 square being a square number, it will come out. This being a square number, it will come out. This will remain as it is. So, root 32 can be written as 4 root 2. Also, in case if you don't want to do all these things, you can do it mentally as well. Root 32 can be converted into 16 twos are. As we know that 16 is a perfect square, so the square root of 16 would be 4, so this will be 4 root 2, which is exactly same as this 4 root 2. Both the options are available to you. Adopt any option, no problem. Alright, so 2 root 2 plus or minus root 32 means 4 root 2, the whole upon 2. What is common? I can take 2 root 2 common or I can take 2 as common. Let's take 2 as common. So if I take 2 as common, root 2 plus or minus 2 root 2 whole upon 2. You can check it. 2 into root 2, 2 root 2 plus minus 2 2s are 4 root 2. This 2 will get cancelled. Your final answer x equals to root 2 plus 2 root 2 or root 2 minus 2 root 2. Now, a few people probably may find it difficult to have addition when the root sign is involved. But trust me, this is again a very simple fundamental rule. Suppose if you have x plus 2x, what is your answer? 3x. 5x plus 4x, what is your answer? 9x. Same way, root 2 plus 2 root 2. So root 2, that means 1. 1 plus 2, that is 3 root 2. 3 root 2 cannot be detached. It will remain as it is. 5 root 3 plus 4 root 3. 5 plus 4, 9. Root 3 will remain as it is. 3 root 3 plus root 3. 3 root 3. That means 3 apples plus 1 apple. 4 apple. So 2 root 2 plus root 2. 2 apple plus apple. 3 apple. If you follow this analogy, I am sure it will be very simple. Root 2 plus 2 root 2. Apple plus 2 apple. 3 apple. Or root 2 minus 2 root 2. That means 1 minus 2. That will be minus 1. Minus 1 what? Minus 1 root 2. That means root 2 only. Because we don't write x as 1x, we simply say x, a, p. We never write 1, 1, 1. If you feel so, you can do so. It's correct, nothing inappropriate. But adopting the principles of mathematics, it doesn't sound good. So x would be 3 root 2 or minus root 2. These are the possible values of x. That's how even the difficult sum that involve square root sign becomes so easy once you adopt the properties, once you adopt the principles, and if you are aligned and listening to my lecture continuously and with lots of concentration. Friends, let's move on to one more question, which seems to be again a very simple one. That is, this is question number 9. Let's move on to question number 10. So far, everything is happening as per what we have thought about. 4 upon x minus 3 equals to 5 upon 2x plus 3. As we know, first thing is to make sure that the question is free from fraction. Let us take the LCM of this part. 4 minus 3 into x, 3x upon x equals to 5 upon 2x plus 3. So you got it? As I told you, fractions can be eliminated by two methods. One is by taking LCM and second by cross multiplication. Here it seems taking or doing cross multiplication will be more easier. So let us cross multiply 4 minus 3x multiply by 2x plus 3 will be equal to 5 into x, which is 5x. This is normal expansion. 4 2x plus 3 minus 3x 2x plus 3 equals to 5x. 4 into this minus 3x into the same thing. 4 2s are 8x plus 12 minus 3 2s are 6 x into x, x square minus into plus minus 3 3s are 9x equals to 5x. So my friends, if you look at this equation, I get minus 6x square. 8x minus 9x is minus x plus 12, and this 5x I'm going to shift on this side, so it's going to be minus 5x equals to 0. So you get minus 6x square minus x minus 5x will become minus 6x plus 12 equals to 0. Oh, you're surprised to see that for the first time we are getting the value of a as negative. Nothing to worry, they all are multiples of 6, and even if you have value of x as a negative, does not matter. The rule says that x should not be equal to 0. My x over here, a should not be equal to 0. My a over here is minus 6, which is not equal to 0. Highest power 2, absolutely right. Is it in the form ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0? Absolutely right. But yet, you can modify this equation in order to make it a little more comfortable and convenient for you. So now, I can divide the entire equation by 6. If I do so, what will I get? Minus x square minus x plus 2 equals to 0. In case if you wish to eliminate this minus sign, you can multiply a minus on both the sides, and this minus sign will also get eliminated. How it will happen? Very simple. If you multiply this by minus, what you get is x square. Multiply this by minus, what you get is plus x. Multiply this by minus, what you get is minus 2. Will you go to multiply this by minus 1, what you get is 0. So the same equation can be redrafted, reconverted into this for the sake of our convenience. Nothing else, just merely convenience. In case you would have taken the value of a as minus 6, value of b as minus 6, value of c as 12, you will get the same answer. Answer will not differ. But then why we have to act that way? Why don't we adopt a smart approach? Okay, when we see that all the multiples, this equation, all the coefficients are multiple of 6 or minus 6, let's divide it, make it a smaller one. What will be the advantage? In case if you compress your equation to the smaller numbers, the value of a, the value of b and the value of c will automatically get reduced. As a result of which, my calculation for the purpose of d b square minus 4ac, as well as my calculation for this purpose will become very simple, easy, and you will not make any such mistakes. So while doing so, you can keep an eye on this in case if there is a multiplication, that means, or a division, that means just to reduce or compress this equation, if there are any common factors, then you can divide by those common factors. But make sure that if this is minus 6, if this is minus 6, and this would, let us say, 11, then it is not possible, because simultaneously all the three coefficients should be the multiple of a particular number whose division you are looking forward for. In my example, I divided by 6 first and then minus 1. I would have divide both the sides by minus 6 also. If I divide both the sides by minus 6, this would result in x squared, which is this. Divided by minus 6, this would have resulted in plus x, which is this. And 12 divided by minus 6 would have resulted in minus 2, which is available over here. So I showed you what all options, what all alternatives are available. You can adopt the alternatives and do it. Of course, yes, at the end of the day, what you get is the perfect answer, which we are waiting for. After finding out the value of a, b and c, we are now in the process to find out, let's find out the value of a, b and c. Is it in the standard form? Compare it to a standard form. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. So what will be the value of a? Value of a would be 1. What would be the value of b? My value of b is going to be again 1. What is the value of c? Value of c will be minus 2. How do you find the value of a, b and c? By comparing it with standard form. Next step is to find the value of b, that is discriminant, which is b square minus 4ac. What is the value of b? 1 minus 4 into a into c. 1 minus becomes plus. 4 2s are 8. Total 9. We got the value of discriminant, which is 9. What need to do now? Simple, adopt the formula method. So by formula method, this is my given formula. Value of x would be minus b. Come on, b, where are you? B, yeah, here. Minus b. Plus or minus b square minus 4ac. That is 9. Upon 2 multiplied by a. Value of a is 1. So minus 1 plus or minus square root of 9. 8. 9 seems to be a perfect square, right? We can easily find the value of root 9, which is 3. Upon 2. That means minus 1 plus 3 upon 2, or minus 1 minus 3 upon 2. Minus 1 plus 3, 2 upon 2, or minus 1 minus 3, minus 4 upon 2. What is the value? 1 or minus 2. Hence, value of x is 1 or minus 2. Very interesting facts that I would like to share with you, just to boost your confidence. As you got the value of x as 1, my friends, these are said to be the roots of the quadratic equation. What do you mean by roots of quadratic equation? It means when I put this value of x as 1 in the given equation, it has to tell me. That means our LHS and RHS should be the same. Let us verify whether we are actually getting same or no. We can verify our answer. So I am taking x as 1. If I put away here 4 upon 1 minus 3. Can anyone tell me how much is 4 upon 1? 4. 4 minus 3? 1. So my LHS, this part is coming as 1. Why would we solve this part? Let us see. 5 upon 2 into 1, because value of x is 1, that is 2. Plus 3. 5 upon 5, which is 1. Oh great, yeah. LHS equals to RHS. That means the value of 1 is perfectly fitting into my quadratic equation. Same way, if you try the value of x is minus 2 and substitute over here, you will yet get the same answer, that LHS equals to RHS, which is a testimony of the fact that the roots that we have found out are absolutely correct. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 11. You can develop a good insight by solving the questions by yourself. Wherever you feel that you are unable to solve, you can refer my video to get to know what exactly is the nature of mistakes that you guys are doing. I'm sure if you practice by yourself without taking any help, with dedication, things will become more simpler for you and you will set a good. So my friends, let us move on to question number 11. Question number 11, A upon B equals to C upon D. The first we will try and take it in the horizontal form without any fraction, free from fraction. Cross multiply. 2x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 2 will be equal to x plus 4 multiplied by x plus 3. Expansion 2x, x plus 2 plus 3, x plus 2. How I want it? 2x, x plus 2 plus 3, x plus 2. Same thing we are going to do over here as well. X into x plus 3 plus 4, x plus 3. Be careful while multiplying. 2x into x, x square. 2 2s are 4, 4 into x. 3 into x, 3x. 3 into 2, 6 equals to x into x, x square plus 3x plus 4x plus 12. So what do you get? 2x square plus 4x plus 3x can be added as 7x plus 6 equals to x square plus 7x plus 12. Oh, we can shift all these things on this side in order to convert my quadratic equation into its standard form. 2x square plus 7x plus 6 minus x square minus 7x minus 12 equals to 0. 2x square minus x square, x square. 7x minus 7x, x will get eliminated. Plus 6 minus 12 minus 6 equals to 0. For the first time we got an equation which is a quadratic equation, but it does not have coefficient of x. In other words, a coefficient of x is 0. Forget it. That is not important. The reason being, just apply the properties of the quadratic equation. First property, equation has to be in the form ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Perfect. Value of a should not be equal to 0, 1, so not equal to 0. And the highest power has to be 2. Highest power is 2. If you compare it, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. A, so x square the coefficient a, which is 1. X not existing, so b would be 0. C would be minus 6. Let us find out the value of b. B is b square minus 4ac. B square, that is 0 minus 4 into a into c. 0 minus, minus into minus becomes plus. 4 into 6, 24. So value of my discriminant is 24. By adopting formula method, x equals to minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac the whole upon 2a minus d. What is the value of b? 0. So it's going to be 0 plus or minus b square minus 4ac, that's 24. The whole upon 2a, 2 into 1. So 0 plus root 24 upon 2 or 0 minus root 24 upon 2. As you know, root 24 can undergo a simple calculation. 4 into 6. What is the square root of 4? 2. So this becomes 2 root 6. So it will be 0 plus 2 root 6 upon 2 or 0 minus 2 root 6 upon 2, which means 2 root 6 upon 2 or minus 2 root 6 upon 2. 2 gets cancelled. Therefore, value of x will be root 6 or minus root 6. Let's get back to the same thing. Cross multiply. After cross multiplying, I arrived at x square minus 6 equals to 0. Compare it to x square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Coefficient of x square is 1 for a. X does not exist. That means 0x. So b is equal to 0 and c equals to minus 6. Since we have the value of a, b and c, we can find the discriminant, which is root 24. Sorry, 24. 24 is not a perfect square. So you have to undergo root 24 by means of showing 4 6 the square root of 4 is 2, 2 is 6. Applying the formula, substituting the necessary values, we got the value of x as root 6 or minus root 6. With this, questions like this can be solved very easily. Same exercise, last question, question number 12. Friends, while solving these questions, if you adopt a simple method of disciplining yourself, which I keep on saying all the time again and again, then you can avoid going wrong. Majority of the mistakes, in my observation, is due to recklessness in calculation. The mathematical operators that we adopt, plus, minus, multiplication and division, are sometimes contain lots of error while performing those operations. In case if you are smart enough to avoid any kind of error while applying those operations, every time you solve some, every single time you will get the correct answer. There is no way, I don't have any reason to believe that you will go wrong. You will go correct and you will get appropriate answer, which will boost your confidence. It's okay initially if you are a bit slow. What is more important is accuracy. Alright, so I have already gone on that. Looking at these questions, they have not many roots. Roots should not fear you, as you know that we have done lots of calculations of the sums that involves square root sign as well. So, if you compare, first thing is to ensure that the equation is a fractional. It does not have any fraction, so I need not adjust it, except for the fact that I have to ensure that the given quadratic equation is in its standard form. So, is it in its standard form? The answer is, sir, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Yeah, absolutely it is in standard form. Ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So therefore, in comparison, can I say value of a would be root 6, value of b would be minus 4, and value of c would be minus 2 root 6. Please don't make mistake of writing 2 root 6, it would be minus 2 root 6. So can you find the value of d as a discriminant? Yes, sir. B square minus 4ac. B square minus 4 square minus 4 into A into C. So now here, as we know, the square of any number would result in a positive number, that will be 16. Minus into minus would be plus. 4 can be multiplied by 2 because both being an integer. So please multiply them. 4 2s are 8. Into root 6 into root 6. I hope you remember. Root 2 into root 2, 2. Root 3 into root 3, 3. So root 6 into root 6, of course 6. So root 6 into root 6, 6. Next, 16 plus 48. What will be the outcome? 64. Very lucky that 64 is a perfect square. Knowing the fact that 64 is a perfect square, our further journey can become a little more comfortable by formula method. By now, all of you will surely know the formula. So yes, minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac, the whole upon 2a, absolutely right. Keep on memorizing that. Minus b is minus 4. So minus of minus 4, plus or minus. Keep on talking to yourself. 64, very lucky, 64 upon 2 multiplied by a. Value of a is root 6. Root 6. Minus minus becomes plus, plus or minus. Square root of 64 is 8 upon 2 root 6. So basically, value of x will be 4 plus 8. 4 plus 8 upon 2 root 6, or 4 minus 8. 4 minus 8 upon 2 root 6. 4 plus 8, 12 upon 2 root 6, or 4 minus 8 minus 4 upon 2 root 6. Any calculation possible? Yes, sir. So you get 6 upon root 6, or minus, you cancel it, minus 2 upon root 6. Very important thing to notice over here is we have kept an answer in root, and that too root is existing in the denominator. So in case if there is any scope of rationalization, please ensure that you have done your rationalization. We have already covered the rationalization chapter in Standard 9 being the first chapter. Over here, as you know that root 6 into root 6 equals to 6. So this 6 can be split into root 6 into root 6 upon root 6, which will ensure that this root 6 is eliminated. Or here what we can do is multiply by root 6 and divide by root 6. So what this will result into? This part minus 2 into root 6 upon root 6 into root 6, that will be 6. That means 1s are and 3s are. So this would result into minus root 6 upon 3. Therefore, the possible value of x will be root 6 or minus root 6 upon 3. Everything else was very simple until here we reached. For the first time we have tried to do the rationalization of the denominator. This is very simple because 6 was available. 6 could be written as root 6 into root 6 upon root 6. Root 6 will get cancelled. Ultimately you will get the answer as root 6. But when we come to this part, which is minus 2 upon root 6, we have to eliminate this root 6. So I am multiplying by root 6, same time I am dividing by root 6. This will result in minus 2 into root 6 upon root 6 into root 6, as we know, 6. 1s are, 3s are. Final outcome would be minus root 6 upon 3. That's how I have derived this answer. With this, the first question and the 15 sub-questions of the same exercise has been taken care of. I request you to kindly go through the exercise first question, all the questions which can be done by the formula method. Until then, goodbye. I will catch up with you our online tutorial for the next class, for the next exercise from here on. But until then, take care of your health and stay home. Love you and thank you so much for watching the lecture. Goodbye.